Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. Now, it's going to be a super busy week this week. I've got so many things I want to talk to you about, but if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views, and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. Now then, some housekeeping from last week's Midweek 180. Leader of the pack was Francois G. Well done, mate. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Michael Kember, Malcolm Brew, Stephen Spink, Paul Mead, Owen MacDonald, and Anthony Finch. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Now, it's that week of the year. F1 returns this coming weekend for the Melbourne Grand Prix in Australia, and I cannot wait. I start to get excited when you see social media posts of the drivers on planes flying to Australia, and I just think this season is going to be mega. I think it's going to be very, very close. I am going to make my prediction now, so you can hold me to it. It's slightly obvious. I am going to go for Lando to win the Drivers' Championship this year, and I am going to go for McLaren to win the Constructors' Championship. However, I have a feeling it's not going to be that easy. I'm sure Max is going to put in a good fight. I'm really excited to see what Lewis is going to do in the Ferrari. It'd be great to see what the Mercedes boys do. It's just going to be a great season, so I cannot wait. Now then, big news. On Friday, I put out a video saying that my Porsche Boxster was going up for sale. No great surprise there to anyone who follows the channel, because I have muted the fact that the car is going to have to go this year. I've talked about it on the podcast. I've talked about it on the channel. It went up for sale with my good friends at Anthony James Cars, and it sold. Going, gone. In fact, it was gone on Saturday. And the best news, and this is why I'm so chuffed, it's gone to a subscriber, okay? A lovely lady who has driven down already to test drive the car. She loves it. They're going to pick the car up in a couple of weeks' time, I think. And the really cool news is they're already planning a road trip. They're going to be going to Le Mans in my Porsche. So I'm so chuffed that the new guardians of my lovely 718 Boxster GTS are going to be using it how I have done with road trips, and I'm sure they're going to love it. So very, very excited about that. And what that means is the 911 hunt is on full speed ahead. However, I just can't find one at the moment, so I'm just having to be patient, and I'm hoping that one turns up in the right spec. Loads of comments from from Friday's video rather, about whether I should go 991.2 or 992. I think probably the majority of people have gone 991.2. Quite a few of you said go 991.1 and stay naturally aspirated. There were quite a few people say actually go 997. But I'm pretty sure if I can find a 991.2 GTS Cabriolet, that is the way I want to go. But you never know. Now then, one of the things about this new format, Midweek 180, is every now and again I want to drop something in that I've done, but I don't think is right for a full-blown video on the channel. Many of you will know I went ice driving with VW in Sweden a few weeks ago, and as part of that trip, we got the opportunity to have a passenger lap at night time, just before dinner, around the frozen lake with a professional race driver in the driver's seat on bigger studded tyres on the Golf Rs than we'd been driving in, and honestly, it blew me away. So roll the VT. Yes. Oh, it starts well.
professional monkey.
You a circuit or rally driver?
Circuit.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
For Volkswagen. Or with Volkswagen. Always. So I'm racing with Benny
Yeah.
in NS. And last year we did 24 hours.
Oh, you were in his team for that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the Mark 8 car. With Johan, Heiko and Benny.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, you did awesome. I was there with Minnie with the JCW team.
with
With Charlie Cooper.
Yeah.
He's a good mate of mine.
Yeah, Friedhelm, the guy who Bulldog Racing, who made the car. Yeah, he's my guy where I always stay in the hotel.
No, he's a good mate of mine. We're both Mini guys, so.
Yeah, nice.
Oh man, you can fucking pedal, Jesus.
Second gear.
See that? That's when you're in a car and you realise you're not quite as good at driving as you think you are. That guy was so quick. And I don't know whether the speed will come across in that video, but it's really, really fast. Anyway, other good news about VW I read just this morning. VW have announced they're bringing back buttons in all of their cars. They have finally realised that touchscreen is great for one of these, but not so good in a car, and I hope that many more manufacturers follow suit. I understand why everyone's gone touchscreen. There's a cost saving, there's an upgrade and a whole in-life maintenance thing, but buttons are what we want, people. We like clicky buttons, please. It's a busy week in the garage this week. I've actually had 2 press cars delivered today because today is actually Monday. I'm having to film this Midweek 180 early because it's a busy week. But I've had an Audi RS6 Performance Avant delivered in grenadine red. It's a beautiful spec car. I haven't driven an RS6 for probably 3 or 4 years, I think, and I'm super excited to spend the week with the car and really get my head around it. I've also had a Kia EV3 delivered, and basically I kind of forgotten I booked both of those cars in. So when I got the emails to say, we're delivering your cars next week, I'm like, oh no. So I've got 2 press cars this week, so lots of content coming your way. But I've also got 2 filming things this week with Renault 5s. So tomorrow, and this is why I'm filming this on Monday, tomorrow, which is Tuesday, I'm going to my mate Tim's house. Now, I went to Tim's house about 18 months ago to drive his Lotus Esprit, if you remember that video, and I've driven a couple of other of his cars. He's got a really cool and very eclectic car collection, but he has a Phase 1 Renault 5 GT Turbo that when I was with him last time was still kind of being worked on. It wasn't quite ready. It had a few things needed doing to it. It's now finished. There's only 6 of them on the road in the UK still, and I'm going to be filming with that tomorrow. So fingers crossed the weather plays ball. And then on Wednesday, I'm actually going into France with Renault for a first glance at the Renault 5 Turbo 3E. I can't tell you anything else about the car. You will have seen the press releases and stuff because there's mega tight embargoes on it, but I just think it's gonna be the coolest thing Renault have done for a long time. So that video I think will be coming to the channel next week. As I said, it's under embargo, anything to do with that trip, but very, very exciting. So that's a lot coming your way. Well, tonight, I'm trying to get my head around the fact it's only Monday and this video is going out on Wednesday. So tonight I'm dropping a video about my week with the Ferrari Purosangue. It's quite a long video. In fact, I cut it down. It was probably another 10 to 15 minutes longer in the first draft of the edit, but I just didn't think you're going to be wanting to watch a video that's like 40 odd minutes long. So it's just over half an hour long, but there's so much to talk about with that car. I got that car so wrong. I didn't really, it's a very expensive car. It's a very niche customer base. And almost if those things worry you, you're not the target audience. But I approached the car from a driver's point of view and from an engineering point of view. And when you do that, it's a very special piece of kit. It has some really clever technology on it. I mean, it's got a naturally aspirated V12 for a start, which sounds amazing. But to really get my head around the car, I took it on a bit of a mini road trip around the sort of south of England. Some beautiful roads. I had an amazing day. I did best part of 300 miles in a day. And I think it's a pretty special video, and there's lots of really interesting information in there. So that was Monday's video. If you haven't watched it already, please, I'll put a link in the video description. Please head over and give that video a watch. And then this coming Friday at 6 will be my Renault 5 GT Turbo video that I'm going to shoot tomorrow, as long as everything goes okay. And then all the other stuff I'm filming this week will be dropping onto the channel over the next few weeks, I guess. But yeah, really busy, exciting times. So there we go. Now, in the comments, please let me know who you think is going to win the Formula One this year. Is it going to be Lando? Are you a Max fan? Are you a Lewis fan? Are you going to throw in a random curveball like, oh, I don't know, Carlos Sainz in Williams? I think he might have a good season as well. But yes, but if you enjoyed that one, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. You take care, guys. Drive safe.